Hello, everyone. I'm here with news gathered from the e-commerce and AI agenda. There is complete chaos in e-commerce deliveries in the US. There are significant developments on this front. We will take a look at the strategic moves of Chinese e-commerce platforms in Europe. Additionally, we will discuss a fake gold bar scam on an e-commerce site in Saudi Arabia, data on digital payments in Qatar, and AI applications focused on e-commerce. We have compiled news that will interest you, especially from the MENA region and Turkey. Don't forget to follow us, like, and turn on notifications. Let's start with a piece of news from Dubai. After Alibaba, JD.com, China's second-largest e-commerce company, has increased its investments in the MENA region. The company has opened a 10,000 square meter warehouse in Dubai as its first direct asset investment in the UAE. The new warehouse, located in the Jebel Ali Free Zone, is seen as a strategic step in JD.com's goal of expanding its logistics operations in the Middle East. The warehouse was developed by JD.com's infrastructure platform, Jingdong Property, and is operated by Jingdong Logistics. The company's storage capacity in the UAE has now increased to 6 warehouses. The facility currently stores approximately 1 million products from a major electronics manufacturer, achieving an exit on-time rate of over 99.9%. This move by JD.com strengthens Dubai's position as a regional hub for trade and supply chain integration. The Dubai warehouse is in line with JD.com's broader expansion plan, which includes the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey. The company is building a network of interconnected facilities to strengthen cross-border trade flows and enhance operational synergies. JD.com is also expanding in Europe. JD.com's subsidiary Joybuy is positioned as a full-category online retail brand in Europe. It promises customers a fast, practical, and cost-effective shopping experience. Joybuy has now been launched in France, following its debut in the United Kingdom. The platform competed with AliExpress in Europe from 2015 to 2021. However, the brand failed to meet expectations and withdrew from Europe. 1 year later, JD.com returned to Europe with its omni-channel concept, the Ochama brand, which was launched in the Netherlands. However, Ochama stores were closed shortly after. Ochama continued its operations as an online-only player, sending food and non-food products to shoppers in 25 European countries via automated warehouses. This summer, it became clear that Ochama had been rebranded as Joybuy, with new features and expanded services. On August 23, 2025, Ochama officially ceased operations in 19 European countries. JD.com revived the Joybuy brand with a launch in the United Kingdom in the spring. Now, Joybuy is in France. Chinese e-commerce platforms are also prominent in the European competition, with the online fashion platform Shein leading the way. The company has released its 2024 financial data for the UK. According to this, Shein's revenue in the UK for 2024 exceeded 2.3 billion euros. This figure is much higher than the revenues of local online retailers ASOS and Boohoo. ASOS's revenue is 1.7 billion euros, and Boohoo's revenue is 1.07 billion euros. Shein is expected to generate more revenue in 2025 than the combined revenue of ASOS and Boohoo. TikTok is also making moves in Europe. The company has launched Fulfilled by TikTok service in Germany. With this, sellers on TikTok Shop can outsource their storage and order processing to enjoy next-day delivery across the country. To provide this service, TikTok has partnered with logistics provider Fij. TikTok Shop launched in Germany, France, and Italy in recent months. It now offers shopping features to 72 million Europeans. After the United Kingdom, TikTok Shop is expanding in Germany with fulfillment services. Fulfilled by TikTok collaborates with ShipBob in the US, though the partners in the UK have not been publicly disclosed. This week is a very important week for global e-commerce because the US will remove the customs duty exemption on low-value products on August 29. The de minimis concern is reaching its peak in the global e-commerce and delivery ecosystem. The suspension of the de minimis exemption will greatly affect companies engaged in cross-border e-commerce to the US. More than 4 million packages coming to the US daily via e-commerce will now be subject to new taxes. There is uncertainty and chaos regarding how customs duties will be collected and how the necessary data will be provided. This situation is forcing postal and delivery companies to take certain precautions. Many postal services around the world have started suspending package deliveries to the US before August 29th. For example, Korea Post is no longer accepting air packages, and certain express mail services to the US. Singapore's Singpost has stopped its standard services for commercial shipments to the US. Japan has issued warnings about delays or returned packages. Finland's postal service, Posti, has highlighted the challenges caused by uncertainty, while the Czech Republic has halted packages heading to the US. Austria's postal service will no longer accept packages after August 25th. The UK-based Royal Mail is planning a short pause to implement the revised system. Speaking of the US, let's take a look at data released by one of the country's e-commerce giants, Walmart. Walmart's e-commerce sales in the US have increased by 26%. This increase was mainly driven by double-digit growth in digital food sales and a 50% increase in grocery deliveries from stores. On the other hand, about one-third of Walmart's in-store deliveries were completed in 3 hours or less. Membership fee income increased by 15% across the business. Walmart Plus membership revenue saw a double-digit increase. Memberships, ads, and new AI ventures are shaping Walmart's business model beyond traditional retail. Walmart has over 4,500 physical stores in the US and more than 6,500 worldwide. However, Walmart is no longer just a standard physical retail business. With its e-commerce operations, Walmart is closely following Amazon, the global e-commerce giant, and in the coming years, we will see Walmart in a very different light. There are also important developments in the world of AI. Everyone knows the importance of visual creation in e-commerce. I'm talking about a costly, limited, and time-consuming process. AI companies have started building next-generation AI fashion model studios for e-commerce to overcome these challenges. One of these companies is Bandy AI. This new AI allows e-commerce stores and clothing brands to create professional, photorealistic fashion visuals on models. Users can digitally dress photorealistic AI models with the clothes they upload. This provides a new generation virtual fitting tool that produces model visuals realistic enough to preserve product details. Additionally, a virtual accessory fitting tool can immediately display items like bags, hats, shoes, and jewelry with natural placements and proportions. The Pose Generator tool allows for creating custom poses, choosing camera angles, or entering specific specifications. Then, all the multi-angle product visuals can be generated at once to capture every detail. Bandy AI offers over 100,000 fashion templates for products such as clothing, shoes, accessories, and cosmetics. No longer will hours of product photo shoots be necessary in photo studios. Now, let's talk about a book. Published by the International Air Cargo Association, it is the first ever white paper dedicated to e-commerce. The white paper, developed by TIASA's multi-sector e-commerce task force, is titled E-commerce: Opportunities and Challenges. The book offers an unprecedented global perspective on e-commerce, one of the fastest growing and most transformative forces in the air cargo industry. By the end of 2024, e-commerce is expected to account for approximately 20% of global air cargo volumes. These volumes are expected to double in the next 10 years. The book covers airlines, airports, ground service providers, technology providers, carriers, and industry analyses. It examines the most important challenges and opportunities in the sector. The white paper is seen as an important step in understanding how the air cargo industry will navigate the rapid rise of e-commerce. You can visit the association's website to explore the book. Let's continue with a piece of news from Saudi Arabia. An interesting operation related to e-commerce took place in the country. An overseas-based online store was selling copper-plated fake gold bars at half of their market value. The Saudi Ministry of Commerce discovered this scam while monitoring e-commerce activities. The site was immediately shut down. In Saudi Arabia, there is an e-commerce certification verification service provided on the Saudi Business Center platform to verify the legitimacy of online stores. Authorities have warned consumers to use this system to protect themselves from such scams. Now, I'll share some data on the rising digital payments alongside the growing e-commerce in Qatar. According to Qatar Central Bank data, 51.7 million transactions took place via payment systems in Qatar in July 2025. The total value of these transactions was $4.4 billion. POS payments accounted for 51% of the total transactions. E-commerce accounted for 27%. Qatar's instant payment service, Faran, accounted for 20%. There were 9.18 million e-commerce transactions worth $1.2 billion. Let's talk about an event focusing on the fintech ecosystem. The event is called FinTechX. This uniquely designed fintech event will take place in Sapanca, Turkey, on November 5th to 6th, 2025. Organized by the global event and media platform WorldEEF, FinTechX will bring together financial solution providers and business leaders. Groundbreaking ideas on digital payments and the future of financial services will be discussed at FinTechX. If you want to meet all stakeholders of digital payment systems, you can visit the event site by scanning the QR code on the screen. The logistics and supply chain sectors are growing in the Middle East and Africa. DHL Supply Chain has accelerated its investments in this region. As part of this, Orkun Sarahanoglu has been appointed as the CEO of the MEA region. Sarahanoglu will report to DHL Supply Chain's global CEO, Hendrik Venter. The creation of this new regional CEO role reinforces DHL's commitment to supporting multinational and SME customers in industries such as technology, automotive, aviation, energy, engineering, manufacturing, e-commerce, fashion, and luxury. Orkun Sarahanoglu has held various roles at DHL for 27 years. He has led operations in Turkey and Central and Eastern Europe. He achieved significant growth in the automotive logistics sector, particularly in the inbound portfolio for production. Additionally, he played a key role in the establishment of the ASMO joint venture between Aramco and DHL in the Middle East. DHL Group plans to invest over 500 million euros in the Middle East. These investments will focus on the Gulf markets in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Furthermore, Africa's growing market potential, developing infrastructure, foreign direct investments, and rising e-commerce demand are increasing the need for logistics services. This strategic move strengthens DHL Supply Chain's regional logistics infrastructure. US-based tech giant Meta has stopped hiring for its AI division after months of recruitment. During this process, over 50 researchers and engineers from OpenAI, Google, Apple, and other companies joined Meta. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg personally managed the recruitment process. Some researchers were offered more than $100 million annually to join the company. The hiring freeze, which went into effect last week, also prevents employees in the AI division from transitioning between teams. Company officials stated that Meta's AI head, Alexander Wang, may lift the indefinite hiring freeze. Meta's AI work has been divided into 4 teams as part of the company's overall restructuring efforts. Most of the newly hired employees in superintelligence will be in the TBD lab, while other teams focus on AI products, infrastructure, and long-term projects and discoveries. The Ministry of Industry, Trade and Supply in Jordan is preparing new regulations to control the import of postal packages coming via e-commerce. This step aims to protect traditional trade from unfair competition. In a statement, the ministry said that the decisions would bring mechanisms to regulate online shopping. It also stated that it would protect consumers from illegal practices and increase public trust in e-commerce. It was noted that the main sectors most affected by cross-border e-commerce packages include clothing, accessories, perfumes, cosmetics, toys, and dietary supplements. Furthermore, some individuals have been engaged in unregulated e-commerce activities, and the ministry will intensify its efforts to monitor and regulate trade. In 2024, the total number of internationally shipped postal products to Jordan is recorded at approximately 2.7 million. Each day, around 7,500 packages, including over 90,000 clothing items, arrive in Jordan. This rapid growth has led to what local business owners refer to as digital smuggling. The ministry has also drafted an e-commerce regulation to regulate the informal sector. The draft law covers licensing requirements, validity of e-contracts, consumer rights protection, e-store documentation, dispute resolution mechanisms, and personal data protection. That's all for now. At World F News, we are following global e-commerce and AI ecosystem developments for you, especially in the UAE, Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, North Africa, and Turkey. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching me. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share our content, and like. Goodbye.